There we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I am doing splendid. That is great. Okay. Thanks for the stream. Have a good day. This has been Robot Teching today with your robotic live stream. That's what the future's gonna be, everybody. You know? Pretty much it's just going to be a bunch of robots doing YouTube, and we're just going to sit around and watch the robots do YouTube, and then the robots are going to make AIs that do YouTube, and then it's going to be watching robots build AIs, and then pretty much in like 300 years it's just going to be us watching AIs of YouTube, but at that point we're not even around anymore, so, you know, it's just robots making AIs to entertain themselves. Yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas! It's November 20th, which means we are right in the center of the Christmas season. You know, it's funny. I always see, you know, and that's something I always heard, you know, when I was a cashier at Dollar Tree. Just like, we'd be putting Christmas... Actually, at Dollar Tree, we put Christmas shit out in August. I'm not even kidding. August! Like, we would have these little areas, like little, like... I'm trying to describe what we used to call them. They weren't really end caps. They were just like little sections where we would put up like little carts of stuff in the store. And, you know, we got like our planner every month and just like, all right, this is when you should put the stuff out and how you should arrange the dolly and the setup and everything. And, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Matt, you have to go over there and put some wreaths and stockings up. And I'm like, okay, I love Christmas as much as the next guy, but I'm just like, it's August. You know, it's the summer, you know, and Jess was like, she was looking at the form and she was like, well, I'm pretty sure they just want us to put stuff up now so people just start thinking about it. So whenever you go into a store and it's like ridiculously early in the year, it's like July or August, and you see Christmas stuff, they're not expecting you to buy the Christmas stuff right then and there. They're expecting, it's like a subliminal thing where it's like, hey, remember, Christmas is coming. You know, that's basically the idea. Would it take longer to watch all of One Piece or all of your videos? Let's see. Well, there's 1,000 episodes of One Piece, or just about 1,000 episodes of One Piece, 20 minutes each. So let's do some math on that. Let's do some calculations on that. I have a calculator. I could do stuff. Calculator. Calculator. My calculator broke! Now what am I gonna do? I'm so totally screwed! Alright, that's weird. Why isn't the calculator button working? Calculator. Calculator! Come on, computer! Calculator! Oh, there it is. Alright, I thought we were friends, computer! Come on, calculator! Alright, so let's say, okay, I don't know, 22 minutes per episode of One Piece. I feel like some episodes might run longer or shorter than that. There's also a lot of episodes that recap, and there's fillers which aren't part of the manga, so whatever. Let's just say 22 minutes per episode times 999 episodes equals 21,978 minutes. Okay, so that's minutes. All right, God, now I have to do math. All right, what do we do with that number now? Let's see. Okay, how many days, how many minutes are in a day? We need to get that calculation. So I'll look that up. All right, how many minutes are in a day? Okay, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. All right, so I'll take that number, and then, oh God, this is what happens when I'm not exaggerating, you know, like, I am not good at math. Okay, so let's divide that by 1,440. Okay, that's 15.2 days. Okay, so it'd take you 15.2 days to watch every single episode of One Piece. That's not taking time out to sleep or eat, just like a continuous marathon. So you want to tack on, like, I don't know, 8 hours of sleep a night. Even if you do the bare minimum of, like, I don't know, 3-4 hours of sleep a day, you're still talking like over 20 days. So yeah, I would say probably my videos, because I have like more, you know, I think last time I checked, I have over 3,000 videos on my channel. From like, I've been doing this for 12 years, so yeah, and some of them aren't that long, but a lot of them are like well over 20, 30, 40 minutes, so I would probably argue that my channel, watching all my shit, might actually be longer. Yeah. Oh God. Hey Tekking, if the Straw Hats or the Yonko have a better battle royale, who would win and who would be out first? Oh man, I feel like I've answered that question before. Let's see, if the Straw Hats had a battle royale, I feel like the first people to tap out of that would be Usopp or Nami. And that's like, if they were like, okay, if they were like brainwashed and like, okay, you have to fight to the death, and they're like, yes, we will, then I would still say probably Nami would be the first one out. But if it was like not like a brainwashing thing, if it was just like the Straw Hats have a fight, Usopp or Nami would probably, Usopp would just be like, I don't want to deal with this, and then he would just leave, and then Nami kind of the same thing, just like we abstain, or we just leave, you know, they don't want to be part of that. It would probably come down to Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Jinbei, and Frankie. I can't imagine Brook or Chopper or Robin would really, like, unless the brainwashing thing was a thing, I don't think that they would, like, you know, after they get to a certain point, they'd be like, all right, I'm done, you know, like, Brook and Robin and then Chopper, they'd be like, we're done, we're gonna go do other stuff, you know, you guys can go and fight, you know, until all of you are knocked out or whatever, right? And in that case, I would probably say, honestly, it would come down to, oh man, see, you know, like, Sanji's got some power-ups now, too, Sanji with the Germatech, so I don't know who would win. I mean, that kind of boils down to the old time-tested question of Luffy, Zoro, Jinbei, or Sanji. Yeah, I'm excited for episode 1000. It's going to be a good one. New opening, which I think the new opening is going to be reminiscent of the first opening, because I saw some images of the opening, and it was like, you know how the first One Piece opening, We Are, it starts with like Luffy twirling the straw hat, and he's like, so come aboard and sing along all your hopes and dreams, you know, it's gonna be that, except Luffy and the Straw Hats are all in like their modern attire, in their Wano outfits and stuff. Do you think Film Red would be canon? God, I hope so. I hope so. It's just, look, it's going to be about Shanks. And also, by the way, people were mentioning, and I forgot to bring this up in the video, but I have the logo for it right here, so let me pull that up. New movie, Red. Okay, let's look at this logo. Whoa, that's weird. Why did it, okay. Oh, wait, is that the wrong, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. That was a weird kind of thing. All right. So here's the logo to the movie, right? And I kind of noticed this while I was editing the video, but I didn't actually mention it in the video itself. Not only are the scars on the logo, so indicating Shanks, you know, it's Film Red, plus it has the scars. The scars are on the D. And so I'm like, all right, so does that mean Shanks is a D? Now, here's the thing, and that's actually, spoiler alert, that's what the Shanks giving video is going to be about this year. Like, that was the video I had planned already, and then this happens, so I'm like, all right, there's even more believability, so that, like, adds the fuel to the fire for the video anyway. But Where can I send you fan mail again? In the description of this stream, there is a new P.O. Box address. You can send it to me there. So it should be in the description. I actually just checked before I started the stream. It's down there. So just hit the description at the very bottom or near the bottom. It should be there. But anyway, yeah. So if Shanks was a carrier of the Will of D, I don't think that would really surprise anyone. I don't think anybody would be like, what? Shanks has it too? You know, like, I mean, like, Blackbeard has it. Ace had it, Rouge had it, like, the idea that Shanks, and also the fact that Roger was the bearer of the Will of D, and then he had the hat first, and then Luffy has the hat third, and he also has the Will of D. The fact that Shanks would also have it, it's pretty indicative. I mean, just like, you know, Roger passes it down to another person that has the Will of D, and Shanks passes it down. It would be weird if it was like, all right, I give to you this hat, Shanks. You don't have the Will of D, so just make sure to take care of the hat and give it to somebody that does have the Will of D. Yeah, and that's also probably the reason we don't have Shanks' full name yet. We know Marshall D. Teach, Charlotte Linlin. We don't know Kaido's name yet. You know, although, given the fact that Kaido's backstory might literally just be like a situation where he was picked up by rocks when he was a kid, like, Kaido might have been an orphan, and he never knew his parents, and he was part of the ancient giant tribe, so they might have, like, their naming system might not be the same as, like, humans. Like, for example, Oars' name was just Oars, you know, me, Oars, you know, and then me, Oars Jr., you know, like, that's it, you know, so Kaido literally just, like, the idea of first and last names and middle initials might just not exist for ancient giant naming schemes, and Kaido's name might just literally be like, me, Kaido, and then that's it. Same thing with Wano. So Odin did not have the Will of D, but I don't think that's because he didn't embody what the Will of D meant. I think it's just because naming schemes in Wano Kuni were different. You know, you don't really have middle names in Wano, okay? So maybe it's just like Odin Kozuki, but he died with a smile on his face. So if he did have, I mean, he would have had the Will of D if it was like the naming system, but like he doesn't. You know, the Will of D is more than just having the initial, you know? But with that being said, I think Shanks definitely has it, yeah. Roxy Zebek, he had it, yeah. So pretty damn sure that Shanks would have it. So it's not that big of a shocker, but I hope it's canon. I really genuinely do. Did you play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond? So I didn't even know it. I mean, I knew it was coming out on the 19th, but then I didn't realize it was the 19th, and then yesterday it was the 19th, and I'm like, oh, it's out today. So I'll get around to buying it at some point. I want to do a Let's Play. I saw Roger playing it yesterday. Looks really cool. I want to give it a shot. It's just, you know, kind of a busy week. Do you think the Bleach Hell arc will continue? I hope for that too. I mean, Kubo definitely had an open ending. It was not like, you read that chapter, it did not give you the impression of like, hey, this is just a one-shot. This is just kind of a thing that Kubo's doing once and that's it. No, it definitely was establishing stuff. It was adding to the story. It was leading into more things. It set up so much crap. I just don't think that Kubo's going to have a regular schedule with it. I don't think it's going to be a thing where like every month or like twice a year I'll put up chapters. I think it's just going to be a thing like on Kubo's own time. So it's like, you know, the chapters will be out like whenever they're out. And that's it, right? Oh, and speaking of that, okay, well, is there anything else I want to talk about Bleach before I move over to that topic in terms of chapters that haven't been released in a while? Do you think... Alright, there we go. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's an internet thing I have to look at. It's more of an issue of having these Wi-Fi pods. It's a thing. I need to order some other stuff and then maybe get a hard line. The main problem is there isn't a direct line, like Ethernet cable, from my modem upstairs to this room. That's kind of the major issue. So I need to figure out, I need to get that put in at some point. Well, whatever. I have time. I have time to make it work, so we'll get there at some point. Yeah, we're still good. We're back. Just gotta wade through some Fs, and we'll be back in a second. Have I read Berserk? Dude, 100-foot cable and a drill. Well, we have a cable over here, but it's not the best. It's not the greatest cable, you know? Although, I will say, I've installed a few things in this house, and I'm more handy than I thought I was. You know, I put a coat rack. I installed a coat rack the other day. I took out a stud finder. I found the studs. I got the right drill bits. I drilled into the wall. I marked things. I had a level. I was there marking shit. I have a coat rack, and it's a sexy coat rack. I mean, this coat rack is nice. It's nice. It's level. Hold on, let me see if I get a picture of it. I have a picture of it. Hold on, because I sent it to my friends because that's how I am. I'm just like, man, guys, you got to check out this level. It's incredible. Look at this nice level coat rack I made. It's great. Merry Christmas. Love from Saudi. Congrats on the house. Thanks. Did Uryu exist outside of Bach's sight? Just funny he couldn't see him or Orihime. I mean, yeah, there was probably some bullshit with that. Something of that nature. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Just get this. Alright. Alright, check this out. Look at that. And that was the pencil I used to mark it. Number 3 pencil. Check that coat rack out, though, guys. Check that shit out. That is a nice coat rack. It's not lopsided or anything. Yeah. Coat rack, you say? Rack, you say? Yeah. Calm down, Tekking. Nice. That's very nice. Film Red is canon. I don't know if it's confirmed. See, here's the thing. Film Red is not even technically officially announced yet. I'm pretty sure it was leaked, and then everybody was, like, messaging me and talking about it, and I'm just like, all right, I'll make a video about it yesterday. You know, strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. But I don't think it's officially... I think it's going to be officially announced at the end of episode 1000. I think that's the general idea. Yeah. Bob the Builder. Yes, we can! That is the best coat rack I have ever seen, Tekking. Oh, man. But yeah, I've done a few things like that. I've hung things on the walls, and I'm just like, I'm drilling things in the... Oh, my God, I felt so... All right, so I bought some Christmas decorations the other day, right? And they were like blocks of wood that had like joy written on them, like joy and Merry Christmas and Noel and everything like that. And I was like, all right, I bought these, and I'm like, I want to hang them on the wall. But they're not meant to be hanging on the wall. They're just like blocks of wood that you're meant to like sit down on like a table or something. And I'm like, no, I want to hang them up on my wall in my kitchen. So I'm like, man, how am I going to do this? I got to figure out some way to have a hook on the back of them. But I'm like, wait, no, I don't. I have a fucking drill. So I just took a drill and just drilled a hole into the back, and then like I measured once again to make sure like the balance point was good, and I drilled a hole and I hung them on my wall, and they're hanging straight. I'm like, yes, I did it. Just like, this is the shit that just makes me ecstatic. It's just like, I managed to drill a hole and then put something on a wall and it didn't hang crooked. Oh my God, it's a miracle. Oh man. Cooking stream when? I haven't got when the Sanji cookbook arrives. Although right now, I am cooking chili because I'm having some friends come over later and cooking some chili up in my crock pot in my slow cooker. First time busting that out. That was one of my housewarming gifts, so I have that upstairs. And that's going to take about 3 hours. And so I thought, all right, start the chili. It's been in there for about an hour. Come down, do this stream. Probably going to get done around 12:30, so it might be a shorter stream than usual. But yeah. That's what's up with my stuff right now. But what was I going to... Oh, yeah, the chapter. Okay, so... Yeah, so... do you guys remember a couple years back? It was many years ago. It was probably like 2015. I think I told the story. They had the fishing cod manga, the manga with me working at Dollar Tree with like the Christmas theme, and then everybody, like my coworkers there, like Casey was in it, my boss and Todd and everybody were in there. And the guy that the guy that draws it, Miko Leaf. So he put out like. To recap really quick, just to give you an idea, if you have no idea what the hell this is, okay? So, in December, on Christmas Eve of 2015, I tell this story, and it's just a bullshit story. Like, I was bored, I sit down, and I tell this really long, convoluted story of like, yeah, I was working at Dollar Tree tonight, and in the basement of every Dollar Tree, there's, of course, demons, and so the demons broke out, and we have to go down there and kill them all. So I tell this long, convoluted story just for entertainment value, and I've told a few of these over Christmas, and so then there was a guy named Michael, and the next year, he just started drawing the story I told as a manga. And it's actually really, really fucking good. Like, the quality of it is really good shit. And, like, he did 3 chapters of the manga. Oh, man, we're dropping frames again. Shit, what is up with this? We still have an excellent connection now. Okay. F. Okay, I think we're good, though. I think it's stabilized. Man. Yeah, the thing that's worrying me is right now it is plugged into a wire and we're still having this problem. The thing is, though, the wire is pretty crappy. It's a pretty shitty wire. It's not like you know, high grade Ethernet cable or anything. So, yeah. You have missed quite a few. Well, it's okay, because I got it all saved. We'll be good. It's more than 50 feet long. Oh god, this cable's like 100 feet long, and it was pretty cheap when I bought it. What did William's Devil Fruit look like in D&D? It was, there actually is artwork of it. The Roulette no Mi. It's 2 cherries, and the cherries looked like roulette tables. They had the black and the red on the cherry design. If you go on the One Piece D&D wiki, I'm pretty sure there's a design of it. But anyway, yeah, so there's this manga of this story that I told, and Michael drew the first 3 chapters of it, like, within the first year. So I remember, like, you know, so I told the story Christmas Eve. Like, the following year, in, like, April, he had the first chapter. And then a couple of months later, he did the second chapter. And then a couple of months later, he did the third chapter. And it was, like, awesome. But then he put it on hiatus for a while, because he had other stuff going on. And then, like, 3 years later, he did, or like 2 or 3 years later, he did chapter 4. And then after that, he went on hiatus again. And then I was like, all right, because it was like the last one he put out was like in 2018. So I was like, all right, it's been like 3 years. He's probably done doing it. And that's fine, because I told this story. I told that story. It's almost 6 years ago now. 6 years ago. And I'm like, man. But then, sure enough, the other day, he put out, he linked me to it, and he's like, here's chapter 5. And so chapter 5 of Fishing Cod is now out, and it's a pretty good one. I want to see if I can actually pull it up on here and I can actually show you. Yeah, because it's in like a PDF format. I don't know if I can, wait, can I just do, hold on, let me see if I can just do this. Hold on. I think I might be able to just do, oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. That's it right there. Fishing Cod 5. There we go. Awesome. So, this is pretty cool. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you can go check it out on Michael's channel. Art by Miko Leaf, Story Tekking101. This is the Dollar Tree artwork. Like the format, that's how like the logo of Dollar Tree is written. So that's funny. And the title, Fish and Chill, he actually gives it at the bottom. The naming scheme of how, like, where did he get fishing cod. So, like, in Japanese, Dollar Tree is Dara Suri in Japanese. Take away the long vowels, it becomes Dara Suri. Suri, when written as in kanji, means fishing. Dara is rendaku form of Tara, meaning cod. So fishing cod, or cod fishing. And then there's some other stuff. See, it helps that Michael actually knows Japanese shit. So, you know, like, and by the way, there are no Dollar Trees in Japan. Like, I don't think Dollar Trees, I think they only exist in America. And then there's also one called Deals, which is in Canada. But I don't think there's no Dollar Trees in, there's no Dollar Trees in freaking Canada or whatever. I mean, in Japan. So that's the naming for it. This is a little, oh, I like this little comic at the very end. It's, me that's like, Bucky is like, who the hell is Bucky? All right. And this made me laugh so damn hard because this is such like an inside thing. So Dollar Tree has a mascot, all right? It's not like you would know about him. He's not as famous as like Mickey Mouse or like Ronald McDonald, but Dollar Tree has a mascot. And he's a sentient $1 bill named Bucky, all right? And so that's how he looks. However, now, as you can see, he has a mask on and he's crossed out like everything's a dollar, and that's how he looks. And then he has DG written on the side of his arm. That's Dollar General. So the joke is like Bucky has turned traitor. And I think it also might be a reference to Bucky, like the Winter Soldier from, Captain America. And then, he's working for Dollar General now. But yeah, this is chapter 5. You can go read it. I was showing this to Casey because I was at Casey and Zach's last night hanging out, and I showed them this, and because she knows it exists, and I'm just like, yeah, he drew chapter 5, and she's like, am I in it? I'm like, yeah, you are, and it's like, so there's my old boss, and it's so weird because none of us work there anymore. This is like I quit in December of 2018. Casey quit, I think, like a year before me. Todd quit right before I did. Jess quit in August of 2018, and that's actually why we all quit, because Jess left, and all the managers kind of left after she did. So, like, nobody works there from when I was working there anymore. So there we are. So that's my boss. I gotta fix that. Hold on, let me try to lower the, hold on, before we do that again, let me try to lower the bitrate a touch here. Are we back? All right, we're back. All right, hold on to your horses. Oh, oh, wait, that might be the problem. Hold on. Hot second there. It's so weird. Because the first few weeks I was here, and isn't that just how it goes? Like, the first few weeks I was here, it was streaming fine. Like, we did a 5-hour stream of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it was streaming fine. Yep. We're still dropping frames. Still laggy, yeah. I lowered the bitrate. Oh my god, now we're back to this old game. Welcome back to another game of Let's Drop the Bitrate. Okay, we're still dropping. If we keep dropping, I'll just have to reset the damn stream again. Oh, man. Love you, Lord Tekking. Glad I could catch a stream. I'm glad you could, too. Yeah. See, that worries me now. That worries me because not so much, like, the Wi-Fi wasn't good, but it worries me that even when I plug it in, which this is the same setup I did when I did the Castlevania stream. 5-hour stream of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The first time I did it, the first night, I had this exact same setup. I had it all plugged in, and we were good. We were good for 5 hours. Didn't drop frames once, And then later when we did the second stream, that's when it started dropping. So I don't know. I gotta get some new pods. I gotta rearrange some stuff. Maybe try out some things here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the PC that's the problem, no. But, hey, I have time now. At least I think there's a solution to this. I don't think it's a big deal. Because the thing is, internet upstairs that's coming from my modem, it's fine. Like, when it comes because I have my modem upstairs in my living room. It's hooked up to my PlayStation 4 and my TV. And the internet up there is perfect. Like, it never drops, never does anything. So, I think it's just an issue of just getting a good Ethernet cable running down through here. So I just got to look into that, and I'll get it to work. Don't worry. All right. Well, anyway, Fishing Cog gave me Chainsaw Man vibes. I mean, kind of. So let's go back to that. All right. So that's Todd. That's a guy I used to work with. Which I haven't talked to him since I quit, actually, but I guess he's doing all right. Actually, no, I did. He's doing all right. Anyway, there's Jeremy, and Jeremy is... I create a character, whenever I'm a DM or anything, I create a character named Jeremy, and he almost always ends up dying in, the most horrible way imaginable. Jeremy's just like, man, fuck Jeremy, right? It's just like, he's usually some dorky kid, and he's just like, hi, everybody, and then he just dies. Yeah, so that's how that goes. And then there's Casey there. And I showed this to Casey last night, and she's like, oh, man, that's so cool. Somebody drew me. That's awesome. So there's Casey. And you can read it, and you could go down. We all go fight against this dude in this one. We have all these cool minions and everything. So yeah, go over to Miko Leaf DeviantArt. Pretty cool art. I have no idea as to like the release schedule of this. It's pretty much whenever Michael has time to get them out. But hey, we're getting closer to the end of the, I mean, I don't know, I think the whole idea, it was a very, very simple story. It was like, demons are coming out, go down there, kill the demons. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, and then a final boss fight, and then that was the end of the story. So we're on level 2 right now, so, you know, depending on how many pages he fits or whatever. Yeah, Jeremy was just like, yeah, screw Jeremy. Nobody likes Jeremy. You should get 2 routers. Yeah, that'll be... I have my internet guy. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Yes, I love how... Tekking, you missed super chats. It's like, guys, I didn't miss any super chats. You know why? Because I got all of them right here, and we're going to go through them right now. That's how it works. Have you played Succubus, made by Mad Mind Studio? No, I've never played a game called Succubus. Hey, Tekking, did you see how the scar on the red for the movie was on the D? Yeah, we talked about this earlier in the movie. Earlier in the stream. Shanks D. Zebek. Maybe? I mean, that would be a good twist. Like, it turns out Shanks is related to Zebek. I think Blackbeard's going to turn out to be related to Zebek, but maybe. Let's see. Fishing Cod gives you Chainsaw Man vibes. What's up, Matt? Just shiny soft resetting for Piplup this morn on attempt 85. We'll keep you informed. Let's keep the shiny Piplup reset. Let's keep you updated. You know, we'll stay with the case all night if we have to. Hello, everybody. Yes, is that correct? All right. The shiny Piplup. We're on attempt number 86. We will get there at some point, though. So thank you, Steve, for the $5 donation, and I hope you get your shiny Piplup, buddy. I hope you get it in less than 100. I have never attempted to do the soft reset thing for Pokemon. I've never been dedicated enough to the Pokemon games to want to get a shiny that bad. So, Godspeed to you. Love you, Lord Tekking. Glad I could catch a stream. Well, thank you, Kengan. Tekking, how strong do you think Rocks and how strong he is? And if he is, and what do... Okay, I'm going to try that again. Tekking, how strong do you think Rocks and how strong he is, and if he is, and what do you think gonna happen to Shigaraki? Alright, so I think Rocks is pretty strong. Garp talked about him, like, if he revives, he's like the strongest pirate crew ever, and they would basically be screwed if he got brought back at full power. So I'm gonna say he's pretty damn strong. Maybe stronger than Kaido, and maybe even stronger than Roger and Whitebeard in their prime. Maybe. He might be the end-all, be-all. And what do you think is going to happen to Shigaraki? Well, I've read the chapter, the next chapter of My Hero, so that's kind of a difficult thing when I do these streams, because I know what's going to happen in the official chapter, but I don't want to talk about it, because I don't want to release spoilers. So I can't really give an unbiased opinion, because I know what's going to happen, but I can't talk about it. So I guess we'll see. I hope they copy Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen by making a badass canon movie. I mean, look, I understand the way that studios shy away from that, because the only way to make, like, a really good canon movie is if Oda was the one writing it, because he's the one that writes the manga, of course, right? The problem is, Oda, you can't usually have a mangaka write a whole damn movie. Now, I never saw any of the Jujutsu Kaisen or the Demon Slayer movies, so let me just ask people that have seen them, did the mangakas of those respective series, did they write the script for the movie? Like, how was that involved? Because Oda just simply doesn't have enough time with the manga to, like, write a whole script for a movie. You know, I guess maybe he could write out notes and, like, make Shanks, like, as long as you tackle these plot points, you can... Alright, there we go. Now we're back. Oh, God. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna email my internet guy after this. Oh, that'll be fun. Yep. Yeah. You good? You're good. You're good. You're good. We're back. Oh, and somebody gave me a really big super chat on that one. As soon as the lag starts, that's when I get the good super chat. All right, hold on, let me refresh this page. All right. 100 doll hairs from Ken the Mad. Hello, Tekking. I've been watching you for years, so I would fitting to give you this amount for the wonderful content you create. Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. I'm going to call my internet guy after this, and it's the same internet guy. So I'm gonna I'm working with, it's a different internet company, but it's like through the same guy. So I'm gonna call him up, and I'm just gonna be like, hey man, I hate to bring the bearer of bad news, but last week or so, man, I've tried everything. I've tried to do straight Wi-Fi. I've tried the pod. I've tried running a line down here. Like, man, it's crashing a lot. So I got to figure out something with that. So don't worry, we'll figure it out. What's the name of the mythical book beast you have? Mythical book beast? I don't know. His name is Kyle. His name is Kyle. Yeah, let's see. Where do we leave off though? Let's see. Merry Christmas. Thank you. If the Straw Hats all lived normal lives, who do you think would make the most each year doing their jobs? Well, actually, Oda already revealed that. Oda already revealed what jobs the Straw Hats would have in real life. Luffy would be a firefighter. Zoro would be a police officer. I think Nami would be like a teacher, like an elementary school teacher. Robin would be... I don't think archaeologist. I don't think he picked like the jobs. Like Sanji would not have been a chef. Sanji would be a hairdresser in real life. So I'd have to look it up, but like they all had different jobs in our real world. Yeah. Let's see. Now that time has passed from the ending a few years back, what do you think of the original Bleach ending? I still don't think it was good. It's been 5 years now, over 5 years since Bleach ended, and I didn't think it was a very good ending then, and I felt it was rushed, and I still feel that way now. Wait, hold on. We might be crashing again. Are we good? Are we solid? Are we solid this time? Man, I might have to end this stream early. I mean, I have to end it earlier today anyway, just because I'm doing, I'm cooking and I have to go make some other stuff. I'm actually making cookies, too. I have to cook some cookies and some cornbread as well, and I have to go and run and get some stuff before my friends show up. So this wasn't going to be a long stream anyway, but the way this is, yeah. No, we good. Okay, we saw it. All right. But no, I didn't like it back then. I thought it was very rushed. And over the years, that really hasn't changed. Reading through the ending now, because I've read the ending of Bleach quite a few times. There's definitely a period. It's between. I can tell you exactly where it is. It's between chapter 679 and 680, where you can feel between those two chapters, Kubo hits the fucking gas pedal like fast. And you could say that's for any number of reasons. You could say it's because he has, and he did, he had, back problems, and he had some medical concerns to worry about. You could say it's because Shueisha rushed him. You could say he was just trying to finish the manga quickly for other reasons, deadlines. You could say whatever reason, but it was rushed. It was a very rushed ending. So I'm hoping that they redo that for the anime, because you got a second chance here, and I hope it turns out better. Try cinnamon rolls with your chili. Oh, you know what? There's a store it's not far from here. It's actually one of the closest grocery stores from here. And their section on donuts and cinnamon rolls, oh my God, it's like Homer Simpson worthy. It's it's so good. And I haven't tried any of them yet, but yeah, the cinnamon rolls with the curry, not the curry, chili. I made curry, and I had curry last night. I didn't have it, I had pad thai last night, but we went to this Thai restaurant and never had Thai before. So me, Casey, and Zach went to this Thai restaurant. I had pad Thai. It was really good. Casey had curry. Can't remember what Zach had. And I make curry usually here. So I've been all day I've been I'm making curry. I mean chili. I mean curry. I mean chili. How do you feel about current Vinland? I love Vinland Saga. I love where it's at right now. Vinland is great. Now, if you read just the first few volumes of Vinland Saga and then you skip to where we are right now, it will give you whiplash because of how different Thorfinn as a main character is. But that's a good thing, all right? The character development of Thorfinn is very well executed. It's very natural how he changes over the years. I would definitely love everybody out there to go read Vinland Saga all the way through. How far do you think the manga is when Red comes out? All right, well, I can give you I don't know where arc will be in, but I can give you a general idea. So, actually, let's think about this. So, hold on, I actually have the chapters in my archive. I could just pull them up that way. All right, my archive folder. Okay, so hold on. That movie comes out August 6th, right? August 6th, 2022.
August 6th, 2022 is in 8 months and 2 weeks.
Okay, 8 months and 2 weeks. Okay. So 8 months and 2 weeks from now until the movie is slated to come out. So by that logic,
This might answer your question. In 2 weeks ago will be Monday, November 29th,
nah, that's not.
2021.
Alexa, shut up. Um, hold on. I'm very, yeah, it's like, Alexa, just shut up. Okay, 8 months and 2 weeks ago was, hold on, let me just get it accurate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was March. Hold on. March 6th. March 6th was 8 months and 2 weeks ago. Oh wait, that doesn't have any part of the calculation I'm trying to make. Oh god, this sucks. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, whatever. All right. Okay. 8 months. Oh wait, it does actually. Okay, March 6th. So what chapter came out March 6th? Chapter 1006 came out around then. Okay. So we're at chapter 1031 right now. Or 1031 is going to come out wait, that's not right. Wait, what chapter are we on? Oh my god, my archive is all messed up. We're on chapter 1032 is going to come out this week, right? Oh, I didn't save. I must have not have saved it to the correct folder. All right, I got to look that up now. Hold on, let me check my channel. Yeah. One chapter. Yeah, chapter 1031 was the last chapter. Yeah. So we're going on to chapter 1032. Okay, so that means, okay, 32 minus 6 is 26. So we went through in, okay, from the time, now there were a lot of breaks. You also have to keep that in mind. There were a lot of breaks, but from the time that we went from 8 months ago to now, it was 26 chapters. And so maybe we'll get another 26 chapters from now until when the One Piece movie comes out. There, that was the calculation. But it might be more than that because there were a lot of breaks this year. A lot of stuff happened, so it might be maybe closer to 30 chapters. Not official. No. Chapter. Okay, the next chapter that I've yet to review is chapter 1032. That's what I meant. Not the week after this week. I mean, like, the chapter that's officially coming out tomorrow. That's what I meant. So that's 1032. Okay. God, I suck at math. Ah, man. Energy bar. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Tekking101 is sponsored by Cliff Nut Butter Bar. Get yourself the butter. Nut butter. Not officially sponsored by Nut Butter or Cliff, but it's good shit. Gotta get your lunch, Tekking. I'll probably grab a sandwich. Because I have to go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff, like some drinks. We're almost out of water. So that's kind of essential. So I'm like, alright, I forgot to pick up water. Gotta get water, gotta get gas. I'll probably grab like a sandwich or something. Sponsored by D's Nuts? So, a couple of weeks ago, I was working at the election center for the local elections around here. And it was a fun day. I mean, it was long. We were there like 16 hours. But a friend of mine asked me to help her out. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. So I'm working at the election center. I'm like the door greeter. And I was like basically there just to make sure that like nobody walks out with a ballot or anything. And so at the end of the night, though, we're tallying up all the ballots. We have to go through, like, it has to print out all of the ballots. And it, like, was taking forever. And we were looking through the write-in candidates, like people that got written in and stuff. And it's just like, remember when that guy wrote in D's Nuts? Like, I think it was in the 2016 election, like right when it first started. And he was in like North Carolina or something. And enough people actually voted for D's Nuts that it actually was a substantial amount. Like, he didn't win, and it wasn't a real person, obviously, but enough people wrote in D's Nuts as a candidate that it ended up being like a 4%, 5% thing. And it was actually, no, I think it was actually more than that. I think it was actually like in the 20s. It was on the news. I remember that. Like there was a news report of like, all right, so these local elections in North Carolina, we have Jim Johnson, we have Sarah Sanderson, and we have D's Nuts. You know? Like, remember that shit? I remember that shit. Do you not have tap water? Yeah, but you don't drink tap water. At least I don't. I never drink tap water. Like we have tap water here, but yeah, I don't just go up to the sink and drink tap water. I either have bottled water or the water in my fridge that has like a water purifier on it. I get water out of that, but I don't just go up to my sink and just drink tap water. I don't know. That's just, maybe if you do, that's fine. I'm just like that was just something that I just grew up with, was just like my mom and my dad were just like, yeah, you don't drink water right out of the tap. I'm like, okay. And we didn't even grow up in like Flint, Michigan or anything. We had a reservoir. It was pretty clean, but it's just like, probably not a bad idea. Tap water here is great. I drink tap water. Okay, so a lot of people seem to drink tap water. All right. That was just how I was raised. It was just like my parents were just like, don't drink tap water. Drink bottled water, or, when it's like purified or something, but don't drink water right out of the tap. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. D's Nuts got 9% in North Carolina. Still, that's pretty impressive for D's Nuts. For sentient nuts that don't even exist. That's pretty good, 9%. Here from Michigan. He's like, yeah. Oh, man. I guess it depends on where you live. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, I don't think drinking the tap water around here would, like, make me sick or kill me or anything, but, like, the idea that it's like, okay, I can either do this, where I'm not really sure 100%, but it's like either that, or it's like, okay, I know this is bottled, and I know my fridge has a water filter in it, so, like, that's just the easier method, As they did to Yamamoto, Unohana, no Kitake. So isn't Gin in hell too? I mean, yeah, I guess Gin would be in hell too. Unless if you get killed by Aizen with the Hogyoku, you just, like, disintegrate or something, which maybe you do. I don't freaking know. Yeah. Get a filter, easy. Yeah, I mean, I could get a filter to attach to my sink, but I already have one in my fridge, so it's like, what's the point? Like, it's like, all right, I don't care. It's just like, the sink and the fridge are not very far from one another, so it's like, yeah. And I usually just keep a bunch of... Here's a question for you. Do you prefer your water cold or, like, room temperature? Because I drink all my water room temperature. I take my water when I get bottled water, I take it out, I set it down on the counter, and whenever I need it, I just grab some water and I just drink it. I don't put it in the fridge. I don't like drinking... I mean, I don't mind if it's cold, but I just prefer it, like, not even room temperature. It's cold enough. Room temperature. Okay, room temperature, gang! There we go! Your body processes room temperature water better. All right, Jester Sage. He's a sage, but he's also a jester. I choose to take that as fact. Yeah, room temp is good. Yeah, I normally drink. This is the kind I like. Deer Park water, 100% natural spring water. And this is pretty cool. When I was down in North Carolina, they had this water there too. So it seems to be like in a bunch of different places. But this is usually the kind I like to drink. I don't like Dasani water. I know Dasani puts like a little bit, like they put like some minerals and like some like a negligible amount of sodium in their water. And it's like, I think they say it's for like flavor or something. It's just like, I don't want sodium in my water. I don't want minerals, like extra added shit in my water. Just give me pure spring water, please. That's all I need. Yeah. But anyway, let's go back to super chats here. Let's see. I answered a lot of these already. What was the ending like? That was the last time. Where can I send you fan mail? The link should be in the description below. How about a video on the amount of devil fruits from Wano? I mean, we did get a lot of devil fruits from Wano. Kinemon, Kanjuro, Raizo, Onimaru, Otama, Shinobu. There's a lot of fruits that were from Wano. Maybe that might be relevant to the origin of it, especially since Wano is so isolated, If you can taste water, that's not good. He's like, yeah. I also, well, my mom really likes the Propels. My mom loves Propel, which is like flavored water, like grape or lemon. And I've tried them, and I don't like flavored water. I just don't like them at all. Yeah. Let's see. What's happening with the Bleach Hell arc? I have no idea. I'm assuming it's going to continue, but I don't know. If Tekking, if the Straw Hats were the Yonko... Oh, that was the Battle Royale question, yeah. Let's see. Look up Persona 5 Arcana and Mythical Creatures, please. Well, I've played Persona 5, like, many times, so I'm familiar with a good chunk of the mythical creatures. And a lot of them are just taken from different mythologies and stuff, like, Seth from Egyptian mythology, and then, well, Satanael or Satan, Lucifer. You can just get Satan in the game. It's great. The bouncing Onigashima theory is insane. Oh, yeah, with Luffy using the, Gear 5th. Actually, that was from the last stream I did, I think. So, yeah. There we go. Yeah. I think I answered all of them. Yeah. At least the ones that I have here. I have to refresh the page. It's 12:05. Yeah, we'll probably be ending it soon. It's been pretty good for the last 10, 15 minutes. It's 16 minutes and we haven't crashed. So, I think we're doing all right. Now, when I film videos, it seems fine. That's the weird thing. It's like I'll film a video and then I go to upload. And the uploading doesn't take very long. The upload is about what it normally was. Like, 20, 30 minutes to upload a 20, 30-minute video. It's like a 1-to-1. It seemed like okay. But when I do streams, they seem to crap out on me. So I gotta look into that. Dude, I got corona 2 times in my life. Oh, that sucks. So my mom actually has it now. Yeah, she has coronavirus. And I mean, she's not bedridden with it or anything, because, like, I've known some people that get coronavirus and they're, like, down, like, really bad. When my friend got it, he was a big guy, too, but he was down in pain for, like, days. My mom has it right now, and she just has, like, a cough. She's, like, congested, and she can't really taste anything. But she's not, like, bedridden or anything. So she's doing good, and she talks to me every day. And, I'm like, well... I mean, I don't want to say anything that's like, it sucks that you have COVID, but I guess I moved out at the right time there. I mean, like, I don't want to be a dick, but it's like, if I would have stayed living with my mom there in her house and she got COVID, I was definitely going to get COVID because we live in the same damn house, so, I mean, like, she's doing okay. Yeah, and she was vaccinated too. She was one of the breakout cases. She was vaccinated as well, yeah. But, yeah, I haven't talked to her today yet, but I'll call her later after this is over and see what's going on with her. But she was doing all right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, gotta be careful. Yeah, and my grandfather's in the hospital with it. He's in the COVID ward right now. Yeah, I mean, he's doing okay, too. So it's like, it sucks, but it's like nobody's like, and I really shouldn't jinx it given the year I've had. Given, like, I've been to 5 or 6 funerals in the last year alone. But, like, so far right now, like, my mom has COVID, but she's all right. And my grandfather has it, but he's in the hospital. And he's okay, and we get updates from him every day, and the nurses let us know, and he's eating, and he's breathing on his own, and it's like, okay, all right, we're good, we're good. Oh, yeah, because he's 99, so that's concerning, but he was on oxygen for a few days. He's breathing on his own now. He's eating his food. He doesn't like to wear his hearing aids because, he's a little bit hard-headed like that, and he just doesn't like to wear them, and it's hard. Like, the nurses and the doctors have to, like, scream in his ear to, like, get him to, like, hear things. And also, I had to bring down his eyeglasses, too, because they were, like, writing stuff on the whiteboard, and he couldn't even, he would just give a stare. Because my grandfather's the kind of guy that, like, he doesn't, if he, he'll just, like, you write something on the board like, okay, my grandfather's name is Paul. And it's just like, okay, Paul, do you understand what we're doing here on this board? Like, we're going to explain what we're going to do. And my grandfather would be the kind of person that's just like, doesn't really see it or can't read it. And he would just be like, okay, do what you gotta do. Like, that's my grandfather. So he doesn't, yeah. What? I can't hear you, sir! Like, that's how we have to talk to him, yeah. Hope everything is good. I mean, like, so far, I mean, as of right now, everything is okay. Like, no one's, like, on the cusp of death or anything, so that's good. But like I said, it's been a shitty year. So, right now, I'll just take it and just roll with it. But yeah. 99 years old. Yep, he was born July 22nd, 1922. He fought in World War II. He was working in the coal mines, which also scared the shit out of us because his lungs aren't good. I don't know if he has full-on black lung, but his lungs they were damaged from working in the mines for so long. Because you have to understand, he worked in the coal mines back in, like, I think he started working in them in the fucking 30s. He started in the late 30s because he dropped out of high school. He dropped out of high school, I think, in 10th grade. So, 1922, he was born. He would be 18 in 1940. So, let's say 10th grade, he was like 16. So, he probably dropped out and started working in the mines around 1938, 1939. And this is the mines back then, where it was very unsafe, and they had, like, there was no LED, like, this light right here. Like, right here, this shit. This is, like, probably 100 times stronger than what they had back in the day. It was, like, literally a shitty little incandescent bulb on their helmet that probably barely illuminated, like, a foot in front of them. And they were down there, and they were freaking mining and shit. And so he did that for a few years, and then he stopped that to go to the war. And he was in China and Burma campaign during World War II. He was in the Pacific kind of theater area. And then he came back, and he started working in the mines again. And he stayed in the mines until my mom graduated high school. So she graduated in 1980. So, yeah, he probably worked in those mines for well over, probably around 40 years of his life. And then he retired around 1980. Yep. And Paul is my my middle name. Got named after him. Matthew is my great-grandfather's name, and Paul is my middle name. After my great-grandfather and my grandfather. Yep. Respect for you. And he's my only grandparent I have left now. Yep. So I really want him. Him and Betty White are the same age. Betty White's a little older. She was born in February, I think. But it's like, everybody on the internet is just like, please, Betty White, make it to 100. Betty White has to live to be 100. And I'm like, kind of the same thing. Yeah, Betty White and my grandfather, just make it to 100, please. You're so close. Yeah. Matthew Paul Tekking. Yep, that's my full name. Matthew Paul Tekking the Third. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the way I always say it is Matthew's from my great-grandfather, Paul is from my grandfather, and Crawford, I obviously got that name from my dad, so it's great-grandfather, grandfather, father. So, yeah, that's an interesting way. Who's Betty White? Who is... Okay. All right. You want to play this game? What's your name? Who are you? Diddly-do? All right, Diddly-do. You just got a one-way ticket to the bandwagon. He's like, no, I'm not going to... But Betty White, I mean, she's like the most, like, longest-living, like, actress in Hollywood, period. Like, she's still doing stuff here. And just, like... I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Betty White is. Yeah. My mom has corona right now, too. I hope she gets better. Every time I see somebody or hear somebody that has COVID, it's just like, they're always different symptoms, Like, I know somebody that had COVID not too long ago, and they recovered from it, but it's like, oh, I didn't lose a sense of taste at all. And it's like, oh, and then my mom did. And so it's like, oh. I only know her for being old. It's like, all right, so she's like the Queen of England in that regard. Like, okay, there you go, yeah. Betty White is a Betty... Oh, okay, yeah. It's like Saruman, or like Gondorf the White. There we go. He has been reborn. It's Betty the White. Betty White is she's an old lady, but she's got some sass and some sarcasm, and she's pretty funny, and she's been doing stuff ever since, like, the I think ever since she was like, I think she started as a child actress. I don't know. So like in the 30s. So she is, I think that has the Guinness Book World Record for like the longest living actress that's like consistently doing stuff from like the 30s all the way up till now. Oh, man. Tekking, if I remember right, you like busty girls. And I was like, I like big boobs. Yes, that is the case. Did you really? Where'd you hear that from? I don't. Hold on. Where could you get that that idea? Or I have this. You know, it's like I don't know where you got that idea. Yeah, weird. I have a bigger version of this actually. Somebody sends me. That's cool. Yeah. This was painted by the great artist Luffy 420. You guys know about Luffy 420, right? He's right up there with Michelangelo and Da Vinci. He's like one of the best artists of all time. Is that movie you were in out yet? Oh, yeah, that horror movie I was in, like, that one scene in the background. It's not out yet, but I think it's going to be out pretty soon. Where is Senku? I actually moved Senku. He's right here. I don't want to... I could take him down. Yeah, Senku is... He's right here. Senku. Mentioning COVID and then mentioning Betty White. Oh my god, I really hope not. Can we just... She's almost there. I mean, her birthday, I think, is in February. So it's like, we're almost there. Just make her 100 years old. Come on. Did you know Picasso died in the 1970s? Yeah, he was a more recent artist, which is crazy because when you hear Picasso, I think people put him up there. It's like, oh yes, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Pablo Picasso. Which is like, nah, he lived in the 20th century. Yeah. And I know that now, but, like, I did not know that for a long time, because I'm not into, like painters. I don't, like, research, like, famous painters or anything. It's not really my area of expertise. So, when I did find that out, I was like, whoa, I did kind of like a mind blow kind of moment. Did you hear him name you as his rival in the new Pokemon game? Oh, that's funny. Cool. Awesome. I need to... Okay, so when I get Pokemon... He's playing Diamond, right? Okay, so I'll get Pearl. I'll get Sparking Pearl or whatever it's called. And then I'll name my rival Roger. It's on! Hey, Tekking, did you know Picasso's full name? It's Pablo Picasso, right? Shiny Piplup, attempt number 100. All right, we're back to the story, ladies and gents. Steve is currently on his 100th attempt to receive this Shiny Piplup. I have seen many Piplups come and go with no sign of any shinies. It's starting to get dark, getting a little hungry. Good thing my mom packed my poke bag with tons of snacks. We'll stay with you. We'll stay with you, Steve, for at least another 5 minutes, and then we'll probably end this stream because I have to go and finish up my chili and then purchase some water. But Godspeed to you. Arceus speed to you, sir. I wish that your Arceus performs extreme speed and expedites your journey. Have you read Can't Fear Your Own World? I have all 3 volumes, but I have not read all of the first one yet. Yeah. Pablo Michael Picasso, JK. I don't know what his full name is, yeah. Shop water? Yeah, I had to pick up some water. Some other stuff, too. And some cinnamon rolls, apparently. Let's go through one more pass through the Super Chat domain. It'll probably be... See, now we're pretty consistent. We've been streaming for 30 minutes, and we've been good. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Okay, this is weird. I don't know if anybody else has encountered this or had this problem. Not really a problem. Okay, so if you notice, maybe, it's a little apparent. I don't know if it's the lighting or what. This little area right here next to my eye is kind of red, and I don't know why. But, like, a couple of days ago, this area right here was itchy as hell. All right, not my eye. Like, my eye is fine. My eye is not, like, bloodshot or anything. This area specifically, right here. And so I was like, like, oh my god, it's so itchy. And then eventually got, like, really red. Like, there's one video I did this week where it's, like, super apparent, where you can really see it. And I'm editing the video, and I'm like, oh my god, my eye is, like, so red there. And I'm just like, I had to try to, like, it's okay now, but it's kind of like, because I was, like, like, scratching it so much. I don't know if that's a thing that people encounter. I don't know why it's like this specific area, but I don't know. It's cooties. All right, I have cooties. All right. Straw Hat favorite sports. Me and Rustage did a video on if the Straw Hats were to attend the Olympics. And that pretty much brings you up to speed on that. Probably due to glasses. I don't wear glasses. That's the weird thing. Maybe it's allergies. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I have demon eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I enjoy One Piece and Isekai Dungeons and Dragons. What theme do you use for Yuha? Oh, shit. That's going back. Yeah, there was a theme I always used for Yuha. I remember what it was. I remember the sound of it. I don't remember. It was one of the ones I got off of the sound library from Fullscreen when I was still partnered with Fullscreen. They had a sound library that I used quite a bit when I did Bleach. Eventually, YouTube ended up getting their own sound library, and I kind of just ended up using that more. But like in the earlier days when I was doing Bleach, probably just dry skin. Yeah, that's probably the easiest. I either have this rare skin disease or I just have dry skin. I'll probably just go with dry skin. I'll go with some moisturizer, probably. That'd probably be the best option, I would assume. It's Ligma. I've never heard of this Ligma. That's how you read Yuha? I mean, I've heard it pronounced you watch, but the way that I think Kubo was going for, and I guess we'll just have to wait. Well, no, I think there was also Brave Souls where it was mentioned too how you pronounce it, but I think what Kubo was going for here was inverting Yahweh, because that's like the Jewish name for God is Yahweh, and just like 2 syllables. And Yuha is supposed to be the, Quincy god or whatever. So it's just like Yahweh Yuha. I think that's what Kubo was going for here. But that's how I always pronounced it. Yeah. Yeah. Sabo versus Katakuri, who would win and why? I would feel Katakuri would win because Sabo still is kind of getting a handle on his Maramara, and Katakuri is really skilled at using his mochi fruit, just from like a discrepancy in terms of like training. And now Sabo's really strong with his hockey, but the thing is with Katakuri, he can use his mochi from long, like he's a projectile fighter. Now Sabo has the Maramara no Mi too, but like I'm just saying, like in terms of projectile fighting and trapping the opponent, Katakuri is better, and he has his fruit, and he's awakened, and he's had it for so long. So I feel like Katakuri would win that. Ever considered live streaming chapter reactions? Maybe. If there's like, maybe it's like the last chapter of One Piece. Maybe I'll do that. I did that with the last 2 chapters of Bleach. I live stream those. Ever consider live stream? Oh, I just read that. It's pronounced Yuha Baha. Yuha Baha. Okay. Yuha Baha. That makes sense, yeah. God's name is YHWH without the vowels, so that's probably, yeah, where Kubo got it. It has to be Barry. Oh, it's Barry. That's so funny. Yeah, I've never played Gen 4 when I was a kid. I played a little bit of Platinum later, but not when I was like, it actually came out. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 1000 yet. I'll definitely do an episode review. I just don't know like if there's going to be anything super special just because of my schedule and shit. Didn't they need to do the same thing with Geen? Oh, I read that already. Yeah, Geen's probably in hell too. Are you a fan of Tokyo Revengers at all? Never read Tokyo Revengers. Thank you for streaming on my birthday. Happy birthday! Are you going to do anything special for episode 1000? I just answered that one. How far do you think the manga is when Red came out? All right, so that's when we got caught up with that. All right, so that was the super chats. Let me refresh. Actually, I'm going to turn off the super chat now because I'm going to be ending the stream soon. We made it till about 12:30 anyway, so that was about what I expected. It's about right. Sorry for the delays. Sorry for the lag. Got to look into that. I'll see if I can get that taken care of. Maybe I just have to buy like a better cable, like a really long. Going to Best Buy, I'm like, yeah, I need a 50-foot long Ethernet cable, and I was like, all right, I don't know. There's a few other things I can try, but it's a little annoying. All right, when will you play the new Pokemon games? I don't know. I guess if Roger got Diamond, I'll probably get Pearl, but I don't know when I'll like start that. But I do have my Switch all hooked up upstairs, so I got that out, and it's all ready to go. I bet penguins taste delicious. I'm sure they do. But I wouldn't know. Of course not. I've never eaten penguin. Because that would be horrible. Okay, so let's see. Do I have any more extra ones here? So when is the next Nuzlocke? I want to do a Nuzlocke of Pearl, but I don't know when it'll start. Theory, Kaido cannot use armament or advanced conquerors without Kanabo. He's never used it with or without his dragon form. Oda foreshadowed crack, so important. I don't even know if it was a crack now. It might just be like the black lightning coming off of the Kanabo. I'm not sure. But I did do a video where I talked about that. And I answered all these ones, like favorite sports. Yeah. I think I answered all these ones. Yeah. All right. Penguin is... Yeah, I would not know how penguin tastes. I have never flown down to Antarctica and killed a penguin and then consumed its flesh. Never. All kidding aside, I would like to go to Antarctica. I would like to go to Antarctica. Just the idea that I could just be... I know it's like a vast wasteland of literally nothing, but like... Just to say, like, man, I'm in fucking Antarctica, you know? I'm in the southernmost point in the entire world. There's some penguins over there, you know? I want to see the penguins, man. I want to see those penguins in their natural habitat. But yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think it's about time I get going. This has been a hit or miss stream. This has been a situation. Tastes like fish or chicken. Now that got me curious, though. Does it taste like fish or taste like chicken? Huh. Huh. I don't know. Huh. But yeah, so, yeah, tomorrow will be the One Piece review. That'll be out. It's going to be a good one. Next week, we'll probably talk about Chapter 1000. I'll see if I can get my hands... Like the next time I'm in a store that sells it, I'll buy Pearl and, try to see if I could start doing a Let's Play of that. Probably should try to get the stream kind of stabilized before we start doing that. So that's a thing. Yeah, make sure you get the right water. Yeah, I'll go ripe water. Make sure the water is ripe. It's just like, yeah. But yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. This will be Tekking. Barry's hanging out here, signing out. You guys all have a great, fantastic day. Later.